So yeah, I think yeah.
Okay, so good. It did take the big screen away, so we're okay. Alrighty, well, let's talk some more about, we're talking here about James Marcia's theory on identity formation, as we've already gone through the first couple of stages, but let's talk about moratorium. Here's a couple of statements about it. When I have to make a big decision, I like to know as much as I can about it. Okay? When I have a problem, I do a lot of thinking to understand.
Yeah, so if like we have a problem, we should try to understand this first. Like it's a good way, because once you understand the problem, you can figure out the solution so easy. And like, but like, and like the problem itself has a lot of like different sides. So it can be like you think it's a small problem, but it's like you might have huge consequences. So
sure, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. So there's many sides to it. There's many complicated issues. So it's not that young people have committed to a certain ideology. They're not saying, this is me and this is the only thing I can believe in my life. They're saying, okay, they're still exploring. They're still saying, I'm open to trying on the different hats, to wearing the different shoes. I'm still going to, I'm still a little bit fluid. I may have my core values. They're still searching for the set of ideas and beliefs to call their own. But what can happen if they reach adulthood and they haven't? They're continually searching.
They're not independent yet.
They're not independent.
And stable. Yeah, they keep. Maybe sometimes they keep running out of something like.
No, I think when you're in college, like, it's good to be in this stage because you're still exploring. You're open to ideas.
Good.
That's a really good stage to be in. But after college, when you finally go to university, you can still change, but it's going to cost you more to go from a science field to a business field. You're going to have to start all over. So I think after college, you just need to commit yourself to one thing.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's a process. And what we're talking about here in an identity formation is the entire process of this. It's not just like suddenly you wake up one day and go, okay, that's it. I've moved into moratorium. I'm good now. I've moved into, the next stage. And so I can check that off my list. No, it doesn't work like that.
And it's different. In our age, we're not mature enough. We think that we're mature, but like we're not really mature enough.
That's true. That is a good point, and I'm glad you're open to understanding that.
But you need to be mature to know that you're not mature.
Yeah, but
like I just said, if you're mature to think that.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because if you're so dogmatic and you're so locked down, you say, no, I am mature.
But that's a childlike attribute. I mean,
it is.
I'm right.
But believe it or not, there's some young adults and there's some older adults who are still at that stage.
And there's some, what do you call it? I forgot. I think like adults who think they're still young, or like who still have this thing.
Immaturity, childish, yes. Yeah, and they never grow out of it. So here's where we want to try and get identity achieved. I have a strong set of beliefs I use when making decisions. So this is, hopefully where you're going to get to. People who are identity achieved have explored their options, have committed to a certain ideology that fits them.
I think I'll reach that point after the 2 years here, maybe.
Yay! Yeah, in 2 years, hopefully, we'll have a test. There'll be an exam. Have you reached it? Exactly.
Let's record this and then ask we'll say that 2 years from now.
I know. We've got her on kind of live here. That's a good one.
Yeah, okay. You're not making it easy.
No. That was a bad timing to put that on. We've got you caught. But they're independent, they're smart, confident, they're potentially well received by others, they've got high self-esteem, even in unfamiliar situations, even in something new, when they're landed in a new country, a new place, new situation, they're still able to say, it's okay, I know who I am, I know my values, and I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, they can evaluate, and I know how to overcome these obstacles. And that's an important thing that we want everybody to get to. Not everybody does. And again, remember, this is culturally that these are Western approaches to human development. So we have to kind of also take that culture into effect as well. So, but we'll talk more about that later. So.